Hey guys, hope you can see this. Hope this is better. Let me know if there's any issues. Does this seem to be looking better here on my end? Definitely missed a big move here. I'm definitely gonna smash my computer once I'm done with this. That's for sure. Tell you that much. Why would you do that to me, computer? That could have been a very nice future trade right there. It is what it is. A lot more where that came from, right? So let's see here. That is beautiful, beautiful, beautiful movement right there. Well, at least we're up decently, right? So, all our tech calls are doing pretty well. That's always nice, right? So we have that going on for us. So anything we take here at the moment, we'll be chasing. I hope some of you guys caught part of that move. I definitely didn't, but and of course I'll not be chasing here. This is uh, look at this. Look at the RSI. It's a definition of oversold, overbought. Yeah, I'm not touching that one. It is as scary to short as it is to go long. So I'm not touching this one, like not at all. Uh, but yeah, all our stuff should be doing well. Look at Tesla. We're up almost $100 on Tesla alone, right? So our cost basis was 268. That's 30% right there. We're up 30%. So that's always nice, right? That's uh that's a nice movement we got there. Like I said, guys, this week pretty damn interesting. Pretty damn interesting, right? So, can we expect, a cool off here? I'd say yes. This is way way too oversold, but overbought, but do I want to short this? It's getting more tempting. Maybe here. Maybe if it reaches here, then yeah. Uh, I don't know. Let's have a look here. Let's see here what it looks like here. So I would say, no, it does look like this might be here where it goes off a little bit. It's definitely gonna need a breather. Can do a short scalp here, maybe. Maybe. We'll see. Mm, let's see if it goes back down here. Yeah, let's place a little order here. All right, so I'll probably close this very quickly if it moves back up here. Yeah, I don't want to be holding this for too long. It's not a good idea to, fight the trend. Remember, the trend is your friend. All right, so I'm gonna move my stop loss down here a little bit. Okay, so I have my stop loss at break even at the moment. Okay, so I'm gonna move my stop loss more. Okay, so that was a nice $30 scalp right there. That was okay. We made some money. What am I scalping? I'm scalping futures, Angelique SPY futures. These are micro contracts. So yeah. Mm-hmm. RSI still seems to be pretty elevated here. Where are we on the 1 hour chart? We just blasted through the 200 MA like it was nothing. Look at that. On the 1 hour chart, it's like the market didn't even give a fuck what what the 200 MA is. Probably go back and test this one. I think so. I don't think we got a clean break like this. Uh, and we're almost getting overbought on the 1 hour. Let's see the 1 day. Okay, and the one day we're about to get hit the 21 MA. 21 MA is 3,708. So this is maybe this is where you get a bit of a larger short. I'm also shorter here again if it breaks this candle right there. Right, so let's see what it does. I'm gonna keep my stop, by the way, guys, like ridiculously tight. Very quick ins and outs here.
Stop filled.
Okay, we got a fill. I'm gonna keep my stop like maybe somewhere here. Again, guys, these are scalps. We're not really looking for huge profit. We're just looking for quick movements in, out, goodbye. Probably get my take profit here if it hits. We'll see. So I'm gonna move my stop loss here to entry, right? Okay, I'm gonna move it down a little bit here.
Stop filled.
Yep, that was a $10 trade. Seems to be struggling there a little bit. All right, $10 is $10. It's profit, right? Okay, still struggling right there. Again, be very stingy and be very careful and take profits early when you're trading against the trend. When you're trading against the trend, you need to act as scared as possible and as freaked out as possible. Like trading against the trend is for quick scalps only, you know. So be interesting to see here if it breaks this candle or not. Again, I think like overall it does seem like we're just forming a bull flag here. So basically what we're doing is that we're scalping the bull flag, nothing more, nothing less, really, right? So Angelique says there's no 1,000 without $10. Exactly. Very well said. Very well said. You know, everything counts. You know, $10 profit is better than $100 loss, right? So, you know, we get whatever we can get here. But yeah, it does seem to me here like, yeah, we're gonna just start consolidating here. Let's see if we're gonna form a bull flag here or not, right? So again, remember guys, how do we look like just look one little trick here that I always use is, start of the movement. That might be right here, and we can use our fibs to do this here, top of the movement, and we're looking for the 38 level, right? So the 38 fib. So we're good here for the flag all the way up to 3,681, right? So all the way up until there, we're okay to just like flag in there, consolidate, no biggie. If we break down below it here, if we're between the 38 and the 50, this is where it starts to get iffy. Below 50, that's no longer a flag. That's over. That's done, right? So we're gonna keep an eye on the 3681. If you don't want to have that on your chart, all you can do is just simply like just put your like a horizontal line here, and you just then you get rid of your fib and you're good, right? So now like your bull flag should be in this area here. As long as it's flagging in that area, you're fine, right? So let's see here what it is doing. Again, so far looking like a classic flag here, trying to go up, can, goes down, but still there is, momentum to save it, right? Our option account is doing okay, right? We're up now to almost $883, almost 900. So that's nice, right? Feel free guys to trim here. I only have one contract, so I'm kind of stuck with them, but like feel free to trim. Like if you're seeing profits, man, go for it. Like if you got this late into the day, right? You have here Tesla, like it's up 63% today, right? If you're up 63%, if you have a better entry than me, like Angelique did, like feel free to absolutely just start taking some off the table, right? Tesla earnings are still way out. You can always buy again, like no rush. You can sell today, even if you have a cash account, even if you have the BTT rule to contest with. Like you're good. You can sell today, buy tomorrow at a lower price. Or even if it's not at a lower price, just buy. With like book the profit and then use like I have here $250 cost basis, right? So I'm up. If I sell it right now, I'm getting $250. So sell and buy again with the 250, and you had the $100 in your pocket. Like that's guaranteed profit right there. So you know, feel free to always book profits. That this is name of the game here. But looks like overall our calls are doing pretty damn well, right? I'm very happy with that. And again, the reason, like I said at the beginning, that I went into calls, it does seem that the market has like brushed off the CPI news. It does seem that the bank earnings were pretty good. So I'm pretty happy with that. Netflix here doing pretty damn well, right? Which is encouraging. It's almost 340, right? So that's always very nice. Sorry, 240. Gap fills at 330, right? So it has like 100 point move still to go, but fingers crossed that happens, right? We also have AMD, which is up 4% as well. Nice, but again, remember, guys, it's still here within our channel. It's not doing anything, mind blowing here. It is still stuck in this channel here that we've drawn earlier last week. So I am happy that it is in this channel. Ideally, again, I would love a breakout and consolidation above this channel, which we seem to, like it broke out here, fell again, broke out here, and then fell again pre-market. It's having trouble staying above the channel. Hopefully today will be the day, fingers crossed. But yeah, I don't really think so. Everything seems like pretty damn green here. The market seems pretty happy with everything that's going on. Banks are green, tech is green, EVs are green, semis are green, uranium is green. That's nice. Crypto, kind of green. Again, crypto is doing the same thing. Again, like I said, don't get fooled by moves like this. Like if you have, your trend lines, if you have your channels and your supports and resistance on the chart, and you keep them updated, you will see that we really are not doing much here. We're just for the most part consolidating. This is why I'm a big proponent these days of, you take your profit and you run, right? Snapchat, by the way, if you guys read the watch list I put out today, it's absolutely weird. Like 75% call volume last week on Snapchat, right? For a pretty damn shitty company. Like this is a lot in terms of call volume. So it does seem a lot of people are expecting like phenomenal earnings or a phenomenal run somehow for Snapchat. So just something to keep in mind here. All right, so let's see what's going on. So still above this line here that we have drawn, right? So the flag remains in play. All is well for now. So the line here we have is 3681. Let's see how it looks like on a volume profile, right? So 3681, this line here, right? So yeah, I mean there's a lot of spaces you guys can see here. So your nodes, you have a lot of buying volume here at the bottom of the flag. This is mostly people expecting a run up, so they're trying to get to buy stuff right at the 38 fib, right? Hoping for a bigger run, which is like extremely possible. We are extremely bullish today, and this seems to be a mix of like covering by the shorts and also like money coming in the market, feeling good about bank earnings, doing well, which is it is definitely a good sign, right? So I would say here like a good place to buy for us obviously is, once things cool off is above here, right? So it makes sense. Like the safe play here is not to buy at the bottom of the flag. It's the best entry, but only if it plays out. We don't know that, right? We don't have MAs or anything to help us with that. So I would say here at the top of, high of the day, if we break that, that definitely will be the best, the safest entry, right? So we could just play, buy order right here, right at the top, right? And we'll just wait and see what happens, right? There's always a possibility, of course, that it goes, tests the top, fails, and goes back down. This is something you have to contend with. There is no trade that is risk-free. You got to do what you got to do, right? But again, we try to get the safest entry we can, right? And for me, a bearish entry here will be, I would say around this level here, right? So if this breaks, probably the flag fails with it. I would say let's be conservative and move it all the way up here, right? Down there. Yeah, I think, yeah, a little down here, maybe. Yeah, that seems like a safe zone for a bearish play, right? Remember we said here 3681, so that's good. And now scalp small, 36 bucks. Good for you, my good friend. Good for you. Again, rather safe than sorry. No one could have expected this big move today. But we did have, previous options, so we did profit off the move, even if it's indirect, but we still made some nice money there. So, all is well. But till then, we scalp, we wait, we're patient. We're not gonna, jump the gun on this one. It's a very, very big move to have early on at the open from an already pretty, like pretty green pre-market. So a lot of stuff very overbought, so it's normal to expect, a little bit of cool off. So we'll see what happens, right? Market has been pretty damn crazy recently, by the way. Like, would not be surprised at all if we just get like lose all this, go back down, fill gaps. Who the hell knows in this market, right? So, all right, we got a fill on the downside, right? So it does seem that lower ends of the flag here has failed. So we're gonna see what comes out of this. Just keep an close eye again. Like I said, taking plays here on the downside is pretty damn dangerous, right? So you got to be super careful here. So we're just gonna keep an eye on this, make sure my stops are super tight here, right? Okay, so we're getting a nice breakdown here. People taking profits, that's always good. So I would say here probably this will be a nice take profit area, right? Which still gives me the 2-to-1 that we want here, which is the test of the 14 MA. Hopefully we get there, right? So let's back here. And we see again, it's retesting this 38.2 fib, right? It's still retesting it. It's not giving it up easy, right? I'm gonna just tighten my stop here, make it an open of this candle, right? Angelique has a PG call 125 knob is killing. Is PG PNG? If it is, yeah, I've been seeing a lot of like super bearish option volume on this. Sorry, super bullish option volume on this one. I think a lot of people are extremely bullish on it, and it will make sense if the PG is PNG because consumer durables, like. Yeah, it is. Okay, thank you, Angelique. Yeah, consumer durables, like recession or no recession, people are gonna buy stuff, like it's and relatively to the market, they're pretty strong. So it's always, it's always a safe bet. Let's see here. So we're a little bit green, but not properly green yet. Again, we want to see a nice fall here. It does seem to be rejecting the 38 fib so far. But again, like I said, these things can reverse very, very quickly. If it does not break the low of this candle here, might be best to just close this call and move on. I'm not saying it's not going to drop more. I'm just saying it's not a pretty good sign, and we do not want to be caught in a giant candle going up and just ruining our play here, right? So hopefully people get greedy and take more profits. So far, bulls are doing a phenomenal job of keeping this up, keeping it from dying, right? So, bears really are trying here, but it does not seem like they might succeed here. Maybe we should tighten our stops a little bit more here, and just in case, again. Okay. Yeah, it looks like we're gonna get stopped here. Yeah, it looks like we're gonna get stopped a little bit here on this one, guys. Yeah, we got stopped. All right, again, small loss, no biggie. So far, we don't have a major move either direction, so we're just scalping here. Small losses, small wins. It is what it is. Again, we're gonna keep an eye on this one here. This still does seem to be bull flagging here, right? It does seem to be holding structure well. Again, look at the 38 fib that we drew, right? Look at this clean close on it and the clean open on it as well, right? So 38 fib looks like it's being respected so far. Looks like it's holding well so far. So if that keeps happening, we might see a bit of a run up here. So I'm gonna keep an eye on this, see what comes out of it. If we get a break to the downside or we get a break to the upside, we'll be ready in all cases. I'm just gonna replace my buy order up here, and I'm just gonna keep so I think a sell at the end or failure of the last, a little bit under the failure of the last candle. Maybe not even the failure of the last candle. I'm just gonna be extra safe here, and maybe do, yeah, this candle right there. Yeah, this looks much better. RSI starting to reset. That's always good, right? That's always a good sign. Angeli says Chick VIX not very optimistic. Let's see. Oh wow, that barely moved. Like pre-market, this was 0.9. It's now 1.5. Again, VIX has not really been giving us what we're looking for, during either these rallies or drops. VIX has kind of been steady for a while, and I think it's just keeping the market in place for the most part here, right? So, obviously, like like a big place for VIX will be here, very obviously, right? If it can break 31.1, yeah, we got a much bigger bullish move here. But if not, if it goes above our trend line that we drew here before, you guys already know what's gonna happen. It's gonna just keep going up. We've been through this multiple times before. This trend line has been like super instrumental, right? And what VIX does. So we're just gonna keep watching here. But a breakdown of this, the 31.1 level, that's what we're looking for here. We need this to go, right? We need the 31.1. I wouldn't even call it 31.1 properly. It's 31.13. That'll be exactly it. Okay, so let's just keep an eye on here and see what happens. Hopefully we catch a big move, right? Because again, these little moves, they're nice, but like they won't do much. Really hoping to catch a big one here. Nice big move. Up or down. Does not matter. A scalp will be a break of this node here, the big node up, and then all the way to retest the high of the day. That could be also another scalp idea if it breaks out. I'm gonna move my sell order here. I'm just gonna move it a little bit up to the end of these candles, because if it does close like this will be like a bottom tweezer. It's gonna be interesting to see what the market does here. Maybe we stop fighting the trend. I'm just gonna place it here and just let it be. I'm gonna go back to check. Let's see here. Okay, again, bull flag still in play. RSI kind of resetting here, right? So far, so good. So far, bullish. VIX, not super cool. Not really, helping us out here. Again, on a bull run like this with the SPY up, like 2 to 3%, you want to see the VIX down like 6, 7% at least, right? Especially coming off from a bottom, right? You want to see like, an absolute depth and the volatility, and but this is not what you're getting here, right? Like that's not what we're seeing at all. So, uh, that's not really a good indication. Angelique said agreed on trend war. Yeah, like it's kind of all over the place here, to be honest. Okay, so we're up almost $300 here on the day. Tesla, I am up 50% on Tesla. I'm gonna take my Tesla off the table, guys. You feel free to do what you want. I am happy with this. I'm just gonna get out here, right? I'm gonna get my cash. I'm gonna rebuy again tomorrow, right? So no biggie here. Yep, cashed in on that one, right? So we're slowly climbing back here, right? We're slowly building back to where we were, 1,600. So I got 50% on that one. I'm pretty happy with it. Can't really complain. Netflix starting to turn green here, up $9 on it. So that's always very nice, right? Hopefully, same thing goes on for AMD, but I think AMD will take time. This is why I have a very far out, AMD January 2375 call. It's gonna take some time, guys. Like it's gonna take some time. So, I'm not rushing here. I'm just gonna give it its time. But hopefully, my target for it is the 75 actually. So if it gets there, it's gonna be a very nice, decent play, right? So we're gonna wait and see. All right. So what are the futures doing? Still struggling, right? Still with our bull flag here, retesting the 38 fib again, right? Not really, making a decision here. So we're just gonna have to wait it out, see what happens. I'd be surprised if we just consolidate for the rest of the day. Not impossible, but surprising, right? Given like a move like this, you normally see like a lot of people who are in the sidelines just jump in. So my guess is that we get more, bullish action towards the end of the day. But I don't know. We'll see. Maybe it's a huge bull trap. In that case, again, we get a lot of bearish action towards the end of the day. But we're getting some action, in my opinion, one way or the other. So I'm not gonna rush it. I'm just waiting here. See what's what. See what happens. So again, another bounce off. Our 38 fib. So, like I said, guys, these lines, drawing these lines, understanding how to draw these lines is very important. It can save you from a lot of heartache, losing money. Really helps once you understand how to draw these lines and get good at them. The market starts making sense, right? So this here now makes sense. Not like if we did not draw the 38 fib retracement, right? You would not understand why it's just like chilling out here specifically, right? So now we have a good reason, and now we have a sort of a limit for our flag, right? If we see it completely losing this line, we know the flag is no longer a play, right? So we're not looking anymore for bullish plays, right? And vice versa. So again, getting good at drawing these lines is very, very important. Understanding, more importantly, why chart patterns happen, the psychology of it is extremely, extremely important, right? A lot of people know a bull flag and they can identify a bull flag, but they don't understand why it happens, the characteristics of it, right? A bull flag happened because after a very big move, right, people are going to want to start taking profits. So the people who are here, who had these big moves here, they start taking money off the table, right? But again, buyers are still coming in, so they're holding them off right here. And this is why you see consolidation in this particular area, right? So once you understand the psychology behind that, the bull flag makes a lot of sense. And you see a bull flag failing if the selling becomes too overwhelming. That means, sure, new people are coming in, but basically everyone is getting out, right? No one thinks it will go more so it just keeps going down, right? And vice versa, right? Once the people who are taking profits or getting out from here, right, once they completely get out there, if the people coming in are more and volume is more overwhelming, it just breaks out more to the upside, right? So again, understanding the psychology behind it, why it happens, is extremely important, right? Really helps you, making money or avoiding losses and stuff like that, right? So looking at that, right, and understanding that, that being said, looking at this here, this is not bad. This is good. This is bullish so far, right? We're holding it. We're holding 38 fib retracement. So no biggie so far. VIX is kind of starting to go on our side again, right? It's dropping down here, down 2%. This is definitely good, right? I want to see take the low of the day and then take out the low of last week, right? Which is here, the 31.13. I want to see that get taken out and, maybe some consolidation under it for a bigger move down. That definitely take things, up a notch in the bullish, area. So that's good, right? Netflix, again, starting to get positive here. We're up $30 on it. That's always nice. AMD still kind of where it is, not really making a big move. And of course, our XLF is pretty much worthless at this point, down $99 when we're in for like $112. So that's absolutely shot, like 15 bucks worth, which we will get. Like, I'll take, if I find, like, if it makes another move up, I'm just taking this off the table here, you know. Or maybe I keep it in case, like, earnings are pretty bad. Again, this expires on the 21st, so we do have time on it. So it's a matter of just salvaging, however many dollars you can. This will probably not make a lot of money. It's been like super crushed, super IV crushed here. VIX looks like it made another low of the day, which is excellent, right? So I want to see that maintained. I want to see more downward pressure on the VIX, which means more forward pressure on the market. Let's just have a look at XLF here. Yeah, it's up $2. Like I said, it's gonna be pretty damn hard for it to just keep going down here. So I don't see it, but we'll see. Just in case, always nice to have it. No rush here. Okay, so this is kind of a decisive moment for the futures, right? So uh, like this sort of is a break of the flag, right? And you want to see continued momentum in the next few candles. If it is unable to break the high and move forward in the next 2 to 3 candles, you can expect a complete breakdown of structure here, right? So again, these are things you want to keep an eye on when you're trying to play a bull flag or a bear flag or whatever, right? So now we expect here the bulls to come in with a lot of volume, right? This is what we want to see because, the bear flag or the bull flag by definition is pointing downwards, right? And you see it, of course, playing out here, right? So look at this. Oh, sorry about that. So here and here, right? A bull flag or a bear flag is always pointing downwards, right? You do get it pointing up a little bit sometimes, but not like this, right? For the most part, it's like this. And yes, we have seen it, work out like this. Yeah, it's pointing downwards, right? So that makes sense so far, right? So ideally now I want to see, not necessarily in this candle, but within the next 2 to 3 candles, I want to see the high get taken out and I want to see continued momentum to push me forward. If I don't see that, that means, yeah, there's no longer a bull flag. It still failed because you can get this and the bull flag can still fail, right? Happens all the time. So we're approaching the high of the day here, right? And it does seem like it will get taken out, right? So we'll probably, yeah, we just formed a new high of the day. I think our order is about to get filled here now. So so a little bit fighting underneath our order, which is good. We don't want to get filled and then immediately go back down. This is why I placed it a little bit above the high of day, not at the high of day, right? So let's see here. Oops. I think our order is about to get filled. It probably got filled now. There you go. Okay, so I'm gonna put my stop here. Let's move this one here below the flag, right, which is right at the 14 MA. I'm just gonna let it be for a while, right? I'm just gonna let it be. And my hope is that this keeps running for the rest of the day, right? So ideally, you want to see bull flag consolidation, or basically run consolidation, right? So I'm gonna let it do its thing here, right? I'm just gonna keep on moving my stop up every time it makes a bigger movement. So for me, ideally, I want to see this. This is here my first resistance, right at this level here, which is 3701, the one we discussed previously. Right, so that would be my first resistance here. So I'm just gonna let it test it and retest it for a few times. Just let it do its thing. No rush. Let's see here. Okay, so again, we're doing well. Netflix up almost $50 here. That's pretty nice. We're almost back to the $1,000 mark. So we're about to break even again on the account. Always a big uh, you know, always a very good sign. Uh, patience always wins out, right? You want to slowly build back your account. We didn't take any impulsive or crazy moves. We just waited it out very slowly. We made like strategic plays and just let the market do its thing. Angelique saying what order? What order? I don't know. What which one are you asking about, on the futures or in the options? I didn't take anything in the options. On the futures, yeah, I'm long a couple of future contracts here, right? Expecting the market to rise up some more. So this is my play. I don't know, in case if that's what you're asking, then yeah, that was my play here. But yeah, so ideally, what I want to see here for the rest of today, because I think we'll be done, in 10 minutes or so. I want to see this. You see this big line here, right? I want to see this, and this is realistically, I think this is the end of the day target here is 3733 on the futures, right? I want to see this getting tested and taken out, right? So if we just pull back here a little bit, maybe even go to a different time frame, just to make things clear for you guys, right? So this one here, right? So I want to see the high of last week getting tested, right? Because we've seen clearly already, right, that this channel here, we seem to be, pretty done with it, at least for the moment, right? So ideally, what I want to be looking at is I want to see this getting tested, right? And realistically, we can expect today that this level here, this will get tested. At least this will be probably my target for today. So I'm not saying it will happen. I'm not saying it will not happen. I'm just saying for now this is my target, right? I hope I'm right. But yeah, this will be the high of last week, and from there we're gonna take it. Because if this breaks, then the next level is 3,800, right? But I don't think we get there without at least like one successful earning under our belt. But who knows, right? We got a 3% move so far in the market, so who the hell knows what's gonna happen, right? So anything can happen at this point. So till then, we're just like we're gonna be observing the market, and just doing our thing here. So we have this resistance, which is gonna be key, right? We want to see if this resistance becomes hard resistance or not. Uh, and this level, by the way, has been tested like a lot last week. So on the 14th here, pretty much all day, accepting, rejecting, accepting, rejecting, and then one more time again. Sorry, on the 13th, and one more time here on the 15th, on the 14th, again tried, before the big rejection and failure. So we might be spending some time today on this level here, right? This might not be an easy break. This might take a few minutes, and by few minutes I mean like probably like an hour, a few hours. So unless we get some big nice volume now, yeah, it might take some time. Look at this. We've been like flirting with this line for a very very long time now. So I don't foresee this as a quick blast through. I hope so, because I'm long. But for now, like till then, we shall see, right? Okay, no options is fine. Yeah, I don't think I have cash, Angelique, because I just sold this one. This is why I sold the Tesla, because I don't have a lot of cash. I have been in a few plays, so, and of course the account got a nice spanking, right? So no, I didn't have a lot of cash for options, so no options played for now. But of course, again, like I said the other time, you can copy the future plays just by buying, you know, either like a SPY option, a SPY call option, or a put option. It's pretty much the same result. Of course, see ya, Angelique. Be there in 10 minutes. All right, let's see here what's going on. Interesting to see what the components of the futures are doing, right? Let's see what AMD, yeah, AMD just again, it's not really making any kind of big moves here as expected, just consolidating in here. Nvidia, on the other hand, is, yeah, it's copying it. Like again, this might mean that AMD might get affected more than expected by Nvidia earnings, which will be happening this month. So it's interesting to see how that will fold out. We have towards the end of the month Intel as well, so that's going to be something. Tesla here up 6% so far. Again, looking pretty bullish here. Looks like people are pretty happy. You know, like we wrote with the in the watch list, you know, the expectations here for Tesla is that it might surprise us, right? And not only that, like all the like all the pain has been priced in it. It seems, you know, with Tesla. So this could be a big contributing factor here. Wow, Netflix 245. Look at this, guys. Look at this. That is just like amazing. Man, Netflix is just an absolute beast. Absolute beast. It's just crazy. Yeah, look, we're back. We're back again here, right at the upper end of the channel, right? Just like mind-boggling, right? Like absolute strength here in Netflix. Hopefully we're right, guys. Hopefully we're right, because if we're right, we start filling this. This ends filling at 3:30, and that would be a big ass move, right? I would just take our little baby account and, you know, just like take us to the next level. So hopefully, you know, we're right about this one. Look at this. All right, so our future is pulling back a little bit here, right? So we're seeing some consolidation here, but if we see a break of this here, the high, which we just took out, definitely not a very good sign, right? I just get out of this one. Nah, I'm just gonna move my stop up, keep it always under the 14. So as this keeps moving up, I'm just gonna move it up with it. I'm just gonna give it its time here. No need to rush. Ouch. Maybe I should have rushed. No, so far so good. Yeah, so it looks like we might be consolidating here a little bit. Like I said, this is a very tough level to break, and it's on like it'd be hard for it to break it on the first get go, right? I didn't expect it to break it on the first try, but it'll definitely be trying again, that's for sure. So I'm just gonna keep my contracts here for a little while. I'm gonna see what it does. If it fails a bunch of times, then sure we can get out. But till then, I'm just keeping them. You know, it's we're more likely than not to just, you know, go up a little bit here. One last look at the VIX before we leave. Okay, looks like VIX is playing ball. And again, it's looks like it's just retesting this line a little bit here. So it did break through, but then retested again, failed, and it's now retesting it one more time. But VIX is getting down to, let's say, more acceptable levels, right? More levels that kind of make sense here. So that'll be interesting to see. You know, we have our line here, 31.13. Very interesting line to see what goes on here with it. Hopefully we see a breakdown. Once we lose this line here, once we start consolidating under, this is where, you know, all the fun stuff starts happening for the SPY, and not just for today, for probably the next week, right? So yeah. All right, guys. So basically, this is it for this week, and sorry, for today. Very good stuff on our options account. Nothing major really happened on our futures account, so we're gonna have to wait and see here. But yeah, I'll see you on Discord. We're gonna keep doing a lot more of this stuff. I'm probably gonna still be trading for the rest of the day, but for now, thank you for tuning in, and I'll see you on Discord. Cheers.